from the city of Raleigh, North Carolina, I bring to you Shaw University Women's Softball. The University of Shaw, founded in 1865, the private historic black university, was the first HBCU in the southern United States. The history of Shaw, as the history of University of Miami, it is known as the U. The Shaw Women's Softball Program has been in existence all the way back 2010. But the Shaw Women's Softball team has not had an opportunity to compete and represent the university as it has in the past with other sports at Shaw University. The women's softball team were an afterthought. They were something that were there, but wasn't in total existence. But time has moved forward as the Shaw University women's softball team was led by Mercedes Haggard. The team had been the bottom of the CIAA conference. Each year, Shaw University would play, and they would be known as the easiest win in the CIAA conference. The CIAA conference has been dominated by Ed Powell, Bowie State women's softball. Every year, Powell and Bowie State attend the CIAA playoffs and play in the NCAA tournament. The challenge has been tough for Shaw as you look back over the years. The program in 2024 was 8-23. The day was known that Shaw University was not one that will be able to compete in the CIAA. The roster of 9 players made the difficulty for Shaw to compete a very difficult task. And as Shaw University was led by Mercedes Haggard, the day had come where Coach Haggard had to move forward in her career. Mercedes Haggard was named the coach at Coppin State, co-coach of the year in the MEAC, but the program must still go on. Shaw University Reginal Cooper was someone George Knox turned to and said, Coach Cooper, I need you to lead the softball program. Coach Cooper from St. Augustine University majored in business management and was also the assistant offensive coach on the football team. As Cooper took over, he knew that Shaw had a history of playing softball, but the women's softball program had not taken off and had stood at the bottom of the conference. But change was coming, as in the CIAA, you must compete against Virginia State, Lincoln, Bowie, Virginia Union, Bluefield State, Elizabeth City State, Winston-Salem State, Fayetteville State, Clapham, Livingston, Shaw University, and Johnson C. Smith. So the table was set for Shaw University as Mercedes Haggard went on to lead Coppin State, and the Shaw University women competed in the Orangeburg Recreational Sports Complex, and the Division II softball classic was played in Orangeburg, South Carolina. The results were not the expectation that George Knox had for the women's program, even though in 2023, the women marched into the CIAA playoffs and lost 2 games. It was unacceptable to George Knox, and he said change must be made as a direction under President Dillard. In 2017, President Dillard was named the 18th president of Shaw University. She stands for excellence, mathematics, science, engineering, and yes, women empowerment. And now today, Ed Powell, Shaw University women's softball team, is standing tall. 2024 was 8-23 with 9 players. 2025, Shaw University will take the field with 20 players. Coach Reginal Cooper has been charged and destined to lead the Shaw University women back to the national championship of the NCAA. He understands the history and what Shaw University women's softball means. The men's baseball team and the Hall of Famers that have played for Shaw is a place that's different from anywhere else. And Coach Powell will have competition from Shaw University. From a roster of 9, Shaw University continued forward. It never quit. Coach Cooper, he's seen up times and down times, but he's a coach that demands attention, fundamentals, and we play the game one way. We play the game to be a champion. And the Shaw University's women's softball team will take the field in 2025. And we will miss Mercedes Haggard, but we will march forward and we will play at the level George Knox expects the Shaw University's women team to play, and that's as champions. And there's only one way that President Dillard would have it. The Shaw University's women's softball team, CIAA champions 2025. All things are possible to those who believe.